jump into it. So, on today's session of Mindset Mondays, we are talking about the topic of creating a paradigm shift. Now, a paradigm is sometimes hard to explain if you've never heard the word before. Don't worry, not many people have. But a paradigm is a mental program stored in our subconscious mind that executes habitual behaviors without any conscious thought. Now, a great way to think of a paradigm is it's your set default. 95 to 98% of the things that you do each day, you do without even having to think. It's because that's how your program is set. The way that you walk, how deep or shallow you breathe, how you drive your car, the way that you exercise, the frequency of exercise, the way that you spend your money. It's all habitual. It's all a pattern that we've picked up, that we've wired in as a neural pathway. Now, the paradigm is the overarching idea that's running this program, running this behavior. Now, I can watch a person for a very short period of time, and I can tell you how they're programmed. I can tell you so much about the person. The way that their eyes move and they look down when they're saying certain things indicates their level of self-belief in themselves. Like I see people walking towards me on the street, and then suddenly they'll look everywhere other than where you are. It's because they're feeling not as confident as you, or they're feeling intimidated, or they just don't want to be seen. You can see this all the time, the way that people walk, the way that I've got my friends, they actually send me photos of people on dating apps and ask me to tell them exactly what that person is based on their photos and what they've written. And I give them an accurate description. They go on the date and they're like, I can't believe that you called that straight off the mark. Now, I've only been wrong a couple of times. I've only been a little bit off a couple of times. But we are all an expression of energy. You're not looking at a person, you're looking at their paradigms, you're looking at their programming. Now, a paradigm could be anything from it's hard to lose weight. I'm an anxious person. I'll never be a leader. Money is so hard to make. And you'll hear people say things and you'll see what they're doing. And it just demonstrates that that is the program that they're operating with. I had the paradigm for 17 years that I had chronic fatigue syndrome and I wouldn't be healthy. Had a chronic fatigue specialist say to me, you won't be above 70%, your immune system is compromised. I believed it became my program. Every time I got to a certain level of health, I'd be like, I'm going to get sick now. It's going to happen. You'll see this with people when they're not very good with money. They'll have a large sum of money and suddenly they'll lose it. 70% of all lotto winners lose it within, I think it's the first 5 years. Why? They're just not programmed to have money. And we always return to our level. We can fight against it. We can try and push it. This is why I like people when they do 75 hard, they lose 15 kilos, they put it back on. They always go back because they haven't actually changed what they believe about themselves, that it's easy, that it's fun. Now, paradigms are also good. They help us brush our teeth, do all the things that we routinely do so that we keep a roof over our head and a smile on our face. If you had to consciously choose how to walk and just walk through life going like left, right, left, it would be exhausting. It's programmed in so you don't have to always think. But if you've got a limiting paradigm, it's kind of like putting a limiter on a car. You've got all this horsepower, all this potential energy under the hood, and you can't go above 40 k's an hour. We've all been in a go-kart at some point, I'm sure, where we've revved it, which it gets to a certain speed. That's it. No matter how hard you put your foot down, no matter how much you try and force it, it won't go any further or any faster. Now, the way that you create a paradigm shift, this is really important, is there's many different ways that people have said that they have changed. I did ayahuasca. I meditated every day. I found this book. I listened to this podcast. I had a mindset coach. That's probably one of the best ways to do it. But in every instance when they're doing that, there's usually two things that have happened. One, an emotional impact. That's where something happens that shocks your nervous system. It's where a smoker has a heart attack and they're like, oh my God, if I smoke, I'm going to die. It's where someone cheats on a partner and suddenly they realize they're going to lose the relationship. And in that moment, they become faithful. It's an instant, sometimes it can be positive, but usually they're negative. It shocks our nervous system. The second way that we change is constant spaced repetition of an idea. It's where we hear the same thing over and over again. Growing up, you heard a lot of the same things. That's where a lot of our paradigms and programming came from our parents repeating the same thing. This is true, this is true. And we didn't know enough to question it. A lot of the paradigms we have are not our own. Some of them are from our great-grandparents. Now, that's the way that I changed, using emotion and repetition. I listened to the same thing over and over and over again. That's how I got over my chronic fatigue syndrome in 3 months of working with a mindset coach. How I quit smoking, how I stopped drinking, how I got off all my 5 prescription painkillers. all at once. Constantly coming up with a new idea. I can be healthy, looking for proof of it, repeating it over and over and over again. I didn't do it once, I didn't do it twice. I did it for like 3 months. Some paradigms are really deeply ingrained and they take a lot of work. A lot of people have the problem where they're always constantly jumping between ideas. One day they're working on their belief, one day they're working on self-love, another day they want to earn money. They're reading this. They don't do it for long enough to actually create success. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how to create a paradigm shift for you. And you will know that you've created a paradigm shift when your whole world changes. When I suddenly realized I was going to be healthy for the rest of my life, I still remember it as if it was yesterday. I just finished working 40 hours and I went for a 5K run at the end of the day after a long work week. And I just realized I felt this overwhelming feeling inside of my body. I'm going to be healthy from now on. I just got down on the ground. I just cried. Like after 17 years of not being able to work any more than about 24 hours a week, of being sick, of being, addicted, I just cried. But everything from there, the world just changed. Suddenly I saw opportunities. Suddenly I saw all these things to be happy and grateful for. When you feel a shift in your reality, that's when you've changed the paradigm. When suddenly you see a person a different way, you hear something that they said and now it doubts that person, and suddenly you see them in a different way, your paradigm has shifted towards them. So we're going to do an exercise now to help you create a paradigm shift in a helpful way. So what I want you to do is, if you've got a pen and paper, just write down Mindset Mondays at the top or wherever it is. If you want to do it on a device, you can do it on your laptop or on your phone if you want to do it there. But just write Mindset Mondays, creating a paradigm shift. And if you want, you can do the date, the 13th of the 1st, 2025. Oof. Geez, that came about quick. The older I get, the quicker they come. But our first question, I want you to just write down the number one. And first of all, I want you to think about something you really want. And I want you to write it down. It could be a goal, it could be a desire, an experience. I want to be happier. I want to earn more money. I want to have a really good nighttime routine. Something that you know that you really want. I want to be fit and healthy. I want a six pack, whatever it is. Something that you know that you want. A loving relationship, to love myself deeply. Whatever comes to mind. Something that you want to work on, something that you want to move towards. And once you've got something written down, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next one. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Emma. Thanks, Nicholas. Once we get a couple more, and you guys without cameras, you can just give us a thumbs up emoji. Thanks, Bronman. You just want to give us a thumbs up emoji, just to make sure that you're still with us. Ether, beautiful. Thank you very much. Thanks, Caroline. Amazing. Now, question number two. What is an idea or a new paradigm that if you accepted it would bring your desire into your life? And I want you to write it down and keep it specific. So if your idea is, I want to earn more money, write down, I am amazing at earning money. I'm constantly improving my ability to earn money. It's easy for me to make more money. If you wrote down, I want to be happier, write down, it's easy and rewarding for me to be happy. Just keep it simple. Don't say it's easy, rewarding, powerful, amazing, great. Just simple. You've got your desire, your question number one. And for number two, write down something that's an empowering idea that you want to believe, that you know it's going to help you move towards it. Something that you know you're going to have to accept as real or true if you can move towards it. So you're not being limited. If you're not making money, it's probably because you believe that money is evil. Or maybe you believe that you shouldn't earn more than your dad because your dad looks after you, and if you earned more than him, he'd be mad at you for it. There's lots of crazy reasons why we do what we do when we get right down to it. But once you've got an idea, something that resonates with you, that you know, hang on, if that became true, I know that it would be easy. Just give me a thumbs up once you've got something along those lines. Thanks, Emma. Thanks, Nicholas. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Bronman. Amazing. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Glenda. Perfect, perfect. Now, question number 3. I love this question. I want you to just pause for a moment and I want you to let an image come to mind that shows you successfully living this idea. Whatever you wrote just then, if you wrote down, I'm earning more money, I want you to see an image in your mind. The first one that comes to mind of you doing things that's earning you money. Now, maybe you can see yourself in the future, in 6 months, you can see yourself doing it in 12 months. And I want you to describe the image that you can see. Write down what comes to mind. If you're earning more money, see yourself, I'm waking up in the morning, working really hard at my work and being rewarded by my boss. If you're wanting to build a new business, I'm studying an hour a day courses that help me build this business. If you're in a loving, healthy relationship, it's like see yourself being an excellent communicator and talking freely, articulating yourself well. Look at the want, look at the idea that's causing it, and describe. If that idea was real in your life, what would it look like? What can you see yourself doing? Describe everything that comes to mind. If you need to, breathe in, enjoy it. What can you see yourself doing? For me, I'm working on seeing myself as the master of planning and executing tasks. I can see myself at the computer with a to-do list that's prioritized, working in a state of flow, moving closer and closer to my goals, feeling lots of happiness, satisfaction for getting my work done. What can you see? Really let yourself get into it. Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. You'll see yourself doing certain things. You'll see yourself experiencing certain things. It's beautiful. And what I want you to do right now, while this is still fresh in your mind right now, is question number 4. Successfully living an ideal is the result of making success a habit. It doesn't just happen. You do certain things that lead you there. So with what you've just written and the images that you've just seen, write down the 2 main habits that you can see creating your success in dot points of habit A and B. What are the things that you're doing that are causing this to become your reality? For me, habit number 1 is having a prioritized list, to-do list at the start of each day. Habit number 2 is I can see myself working in focused blocks of time. To create this ideal, and in the image you just saw, what's creating this for you? If you're up early in the morning going to the gym, maybe it's going to bed early at night. What are the 2 habits that you know are instrumental in your success? You would have seen them in your image. Once you've got two habits, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next one. Stephen, thank you. Thanks, Andrew. And thanks, Nicholas. Thanks, Emma, Jackie. And once we get one more, Stephen, beautiful, amazing, amazing. And Glenda, perfect, perfect. Now, a lot of people, when they go to visualize their goal, visualize their ideal, they just picture the end. Now, the end is great. That gives you something to shoot for, but your habits are what's going to get you there over a period of time. So I want you to imagine in your mind right now that it's 6 to 12 months down the line, and you're now highly skilled at doing these habits. You've not just gotten okay at them and doing them, they've become habitual. You're world class. You're not even just a beginner or forcing yourself or you're just so damn good at them. I want you to think about how your life has improved because you've created these two habits and are now living this ideal. And you can answer this question, number 5, by saying, now my ideal is true. Now my ideal is true. And my habits embodied. And my habits embodied. I am now. And write down, what are you now? I'm a successful goal achiever. I'm an inspiration. I'm the kind of person who deserves the partner that I want. Write down what comes to you. Breathe in, enjoy it, feel into it. The more emotion you let in, the better. For me, it's a huge one. I'm really proud of myself. I've got a growing sense of self-belief. I'm now the man that the people around me can rely on. Get emotional. I'm now making the best use of my time on this planet. I'm able to live the life I was designed to live. Maybe that feels extreme to you. Maybe it feels really good. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's perfect. It's amazing. Everyone is different. Some people, they'll be confused as hell, and other people, they'll be having the time of their life. And whatever your experience is, that's okay. If these questions were really difficult for you to answer, that is amazing. That is more beneficial. The harder, it's like going to the gym. If you're just lifting really light, easy weights and it's just easy and it's, you know, you're getting something out of it, but you're not going to grow that much. But if they're really hard and they were difficult and things came to you that don't normally come to you, good, you're growing. Good, you just expanded your mindset. Well done. Growth doesn't always feel good. As long as it didn't traumatize you, it caused you to grow. If it traumatizes you, you went too far. And then that's my fault. I'm sorry. Next, what we're going to do, guys, is I want you to just put down the pen and paper. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was probably a little bit much for some people. Maybe it was the right kind of amount. Amazing, amazing. We're going to jump into our meditation section of this evening session. So what I want you to do is I want you to just move your body in some way, shape, or form. Stretch out if you need to, do whatever you need. I'm just going to move around crazily, give you permission to do it as well. Whenever we're meditating or visualizing, the more comfortable we are, the more we can focus our mind. If we're sitting there thinking, God, I'm uncomfortable, it's really not a fun experience. So getting yourself into a nice, comfortable position that you're okay to sit in, we'll go for about 10 to 12 minutes. So we will go a little bit over. I apologize for that. But this is a deep session, so we wanted to go right into it. So just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable. And I'm going to play some music for you guys through the speakers so that we can get right into this. Just taking a moment. Can everyone hear that okay? Yep, volume's good. Doesn't need to go up or down. No, perfect, perfect. So just taking a moment to arrive into the space, getting yourself nice and comfortable, feeling your body do any last minute stretches, movements it needs to, and then slowly just allow yourself to arrive into stillness, letting your shoulders sit nice and low, pull them back a bit, your head up nice and straight. And when you've arrived into stillness, feel free to gently and slowly just close down your eyes. And as you're sitting here right now, give your mind 100% permission to be present, to let go of anything that's happened today that you have to do afterwards, and to just dedicate its whole focus and energy without judgment, without any need to impress yourself or others. Allow yourself to just be completely present here. I want you to just feel your mind agreeing and allowing that to happen. And we'll start our session with some box breathing, where we breathe in through our nose, into our stomach, into our chest, letting our body expand for 4 seconds. Then we hold up the top for 4 seconds. Then breathe out through our mouth, letting our body relax and deflate for 4 seconds. And then we hold again for 4 seconds. I'm going to count the first 4 for you, and then I want you to do 4 on your own. So getting ready to take our first inhale in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Now continue on by yourself. Let yourself smile, enjoy the process. And when you take your last exhale, just letting your breath return to normal. And in this relaxed state, while you're being very present with your breath, with your body, I want you to imagine that you're now standing outside of your body. You're standing in the room and you're looking at yourself just sitting there. I want you to imagine that you can feel yourself slowly floating up towards the roof, and feel yourself going through your roof, up, above the house that you're living, the building that you're in, and feeling yourself continuously floating up. Imagine you can see the street that you live on, you can see the town, and you're still going up. You can see the state, you can see the country below you, and you can feel yourself now breaking through the atmosphere with a whoosh. And now you're in space, looking down on Earth, spinning below you. You can see the oranges, the whites, the greens, the blues. Taking a deep breath in, just seeing Earth just float below you. Imagine that you can see yourself turning and looking out into the stars and just seeing a beautiful symphony of lights, beautiful glowing stars. And you can see one of them's getting bigger. You can see it's coming towards you. And as it gets closer, you see that it's just this big, beautiful, purple light of energy. It's like a sphere or a ball. You can see it looking electric, it's flowing, it's pulsing. And seeing it just makes you feel amazing. Because you know that this beautiful ball of energy is here to take away all your doubts, all your limiting beliefs. And I want you to imagine that you can feel yourself floating towards it because you want that feeling, you want that experience. You can see the energy blue and you feel so good, you feel so excited. And as you float towards this ball, say in your mind, I am ready to release my doubts. And take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, feel yourself floating into this beautiful ball of energy. Feel the energy all around you right now, clearing away your doubts, making you feel relaxed, powerful, and at peace all at the same time. And just taking a deep breath in as you feel this energy filling your whole body. Breathing out with a smile. Just feel all the cells of your body being cleansed. Feel the doubts, anything negative in your body being sucked away, sucked out. And just spend the next minute sitting here, just really enjoying this feeling of total self-belief, of power, and of peace. Now taking a deep breath in all the way and feeling this emotion that you're experiencing intensify. Feel it going from an 8 to a 10. Breathing out and just really enjoying this feeling. Breathing in again, a deep breath in, feeling this energy radiating all the way through your body, through your spirit, through your mind. Breathing out. It's feeling so good. And in your mind right now, I want you to see yourself deciding to leave the purple energy ball. And you can feel yourself slowly floating back out of it, feeling this beautiful energy just coming with you. And as you exit the ball, you say thank you to it, how grateful you are for what it has given you. It sparkles and then shoots off into space. And as you look down, you can see a glow coming out of your chest. And you can feel that self-belief, that power, that peace is sitting in your heart right now, glowing. And with a smile on your face, you say in your mind, I now believe in myself completely. You say, I love myself completely. You say, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of trust. And with another deep breath in, deep breath out, you turn around, see the world spinning beneath you again, and have a big smile on your face. As you slowly start floating back towards Earth, you feel yourself breaking through the atmosphere. You can see your country again. You can see the state that you're living in as you're flying back down. You can see the town. You can see the street. You can see the top of your house. And you slowly just feel yourself sinking down back into the room where you're sitting right now. And I want you to imagine right now walking over to yourself, sitting there still, just smiling at yourself, just saying to yourself, I'm so proud of you for being here. I'm so proud of you for everything you're doing, all the effort you're putting in. I'm just so proud of you. And with a deep breath, I want you to slowly just mold yourself into yourself sitting where you are. Sit down back into your body and feel yourself coming back into your body. That beautiful energy in your heart, this beautiful knowing, this beautiful feeling. And just taking a really deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and with a smile on your face, I want you to just bring some gentle motion into your body. You can start swaying from side to side. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. You can move your neck from side to side, roll your shoulders, whatever you need to. Just gently come back into the space. And with another deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back and well done. Well done, guys. Just taking a moment to just come back into the space, doing whatever you need to. If you need to breathe, if you need to be still, if you need to write something down, go for it. Now, the way that these sessions work is I do stay on after this to answer some questions. And if what we've done tonight really resonated with you and you would like to work on your mindset, my specialty is I help people clarify their goals, their purpose, what they're here on this planet to do, then help them build consistent habits and self-belief to achieve their goals. One of my happiest things in my life is when I can create someone so that they become a heart-centered habit taker, action taker, someone who believes in themselves and happily progresses towards their goals. A lot of people achieve goals being miserable. I like to create happy goal achievers. And if that's something that you really want to work on at the moment, I do have a couple of options for working with me one-to-one and a group program if that's something that you want more of, like a like-minded community to share your wins and goals and process and with. So those are a few options for working with me. If you want to check them out, you can go to my website. I'll just put it in the comments, davidkeithturner.com. But there's no need to do it if you don't want to. It's only if it feels right to you. If you have any questions, you want to reach out to me and ask me, or something private that you want to say, something that came up, amazing. But I just want to thank you for coming along. This is the most people I've ever had on this session. When I first started this 2 years ago, I just really wanted to give people something that they could do each week to work on their mindset. This is something I wish I had. That's essentially why I did it. I did it for 16-year-old me, and then 30-year-old me who still hadn't taken a hint. But that's what I love doing it. So I'll be putting these on each week. And if you want to work together, amazing. If you just want to come to these, fantastic. I am doing something a little bit different tonight before we jump into the Q&A. My friend Robert is on here, and I haven't had a community to bring people into, like a Facebook group or a WhatsApp chat. And he's a man who I've done a few events with, like presented at and just been a part of his friendship group. And he's created a WhatsApp group called Sweet Society, and they have heaps of different free events. Like they have talks, they have ice baths, they have breath work, they go to ecstatic dance, they go on hikes, they do retreats, heaps of different things that a lot of the people who are in my community would absolutely benefit from. And he's fantastic at running a community. That's not really where I thrive. I thrive at presenting and doing this. So he's going to come on and just introduce himself. And if you want to be a part of a like-minded group with people who are into spirituality, are into being kind, are into chasing goals, looking after their health and fitness, there's different groups in the community for all of those things. I'm actually going to be adding a Mindset Mondays group into that so that there'll be a section that you can come in and join there. I haven't done anything like this before, so we're experimenting with this. This is some new territory, but I do want to give you guys a place to come together and meet other people because it's been hugely beneficial for me. So, Robert, if you want to come on and just introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you for that, David. I had to say this is my first time attending one of your Mindful Mondays, and it really didn't disappoint. I'm just disappointed that I didn't come last year because you've mentioned it a few times. So hi everyone, my name's Robert. I've been friends with David for about 9 or 10 months. Since last year, we were part of the same meditation group that another friend of ours was running. And just really since the start of last year, a lot of us have felt a need to meet regularly and to, deepen our social connections over consciousness and mindfulness events. So, being a bit of an organizer myself, I found myself well placed to put together, weekend retreats and wellness events and things of that nature. But there's really a range of ways and means that we come together, whether it's just over a picnic or a dinner party, or we celebrated New Year's together this year. I had about 30 people go to that. So I don't actually have a presence on meetup.com as yet, but I will be moving towards that direction. However, if any of you are interested in joining this beautiful, thriving community of conscious spiritual people, I'll leave my name and number in the chat, and you can message me on WhatsApp, and then I can invite you into our community. It would be definitely good to see some of you if you're looking for community. And my partner actually runs a separate thing where she brings together people doing authentic relating, so different ways of communicating verbally and through games and through various social events. So if you have any questions or would like to know more, please contact me. And thank you, David, for the opportunity to share this with other people.
Amazing. Thanks for coming along, Robert, and yeah, sharing that. Like I said, I want to provide a community, and I figured I'll do it inside of his community. That way, some of the members of that group can join Mindset Mondays, and the people from Mindset Mondays can come into this. Going to New Year's, I found that there's a lot of people who didn't have things to do over Christmas. They didn't have family to turn to and spend time with. And on weekends, always asking, what can I do? For me, I'm lucky that I can just turn to this community. What's everyone doing? And there's ecstatic dance. People are going for a run. People are doing, and it's just fantastic to meet people who are on a similar energy, who are trying to achieve something in life. They're trying to get out and do things. And I think that's what we all really want. We don't want to stay in these rooms. We're not designed to be in these rooms. We're designed to get out there, connect, do things, get off our phones, get off our TV shows, go and actually do something. So this is a great opportunity. You don't have to join it. It's completely fine if you don't want to, but I just wanted to give you guys the opportunity. I'll send it out in an email as well, so with a link to join it, and we can go from there. But now I want to just turn it over and just say, I'm just gonna, did I end the recording? No, I'll end the recording now.